I'm so fucking scared. um, it has just come to my attention because I didn't know about it just until today. In Mississippi, there was just a law passed like 5 days ago that the Jim Crow laws are being reinstated. That shouldn't be happening at all. And I know you may be wondering, this is like not my normal content on here, but I'm sorry, and I just have to make this known because what the fuck? What the actual fuck? It's why? I really don't understand why people do not like me. Do not like us because of my color of skin. I don't understand. I really don't fucking understand. What the fuck did I do? I'm so fucking sorry that I was. I'm not gonna cry on here because no, but this has to stop. I'm so serious. This has to stop. It has to.
I want to start this video off with a quote from the great Assata Shakur. Nobody in the world, nobody in history has ever gained their freedom by appealing to the moral sense of their oppressor. What is happening down in Mississippi, essentially the reinstating of Jim Crow laws, is proof that this place will always be what it has always been. And they will always be what their forefathers have always been. The belief and hope that any other truth exists has kept us in a loop of begging people to see our humanity and expecting that someday they will act accordingly. They never will. The sooner we digest that, we can then begin to refocus our effort, our energy, and our vision into doing things that will actually bring about our liberation. Because we can never assimilate enough, practice their religions enough, be good enough, dress appropriately enough, speak properly enough. In their eyes, we will never be enough to be human. 3/4 at best.
For Africans and other non-American Black people who do not know what Jim Crow is or was, please look it up. See, my people, these folks, they did not like you yesterday, they don't like you today, and they will not like you tomorrow. They keep telling us how they are not their ancestors. It's 2023. They are going back in time. They are their ancestors. The sooner Black people as a collective can finally realize that those folks are who they've always been, and like Sis said, digest that information, the better for us all. If only my people will take a look at the world and move accordingly, they would never accept us. They would never see us any different from how they've historically seen us. We would never be humans in their eyes. But why do my people keep seeing these folks differently from how they've historically proven themselves to be? They still have sundown towns. There is neo-colonialism and neo-slavery and now Jim Crow laws. What more do we need to realize that they are their ancestors? And this is why you see them dropping comments like this and not returning any artifacts, because they are very much proud of their history.
When people tell you who they are, when they show you the things that they're proud of and what they believe in, don't argue with them. Believe them. Accept that as the truth.
And it is also why you see them on TikTok talking about how their families still have souvenirs from lynchings and how they still have furnitures that were stuffed with hairs from enslaved Africans and how they pass these things on from generation to generation. And this is also why you see them doing crazy stuff like this, trying to auction off skulls of Africans that they unalived during colonization and slavery on the continent. My people, take a look at this. Belgian auction house cancels auction of African skulls after public outcry. An auction house in Belgium was forced, guys, forced, to cancel the sale of 3 skulls of Africans killed during the colonial period in what is now the modern Democratic Republic of Congo. The skulls, which belonged to people killed between January 1893 and May 1894, were put up for sale by whatever this is called, auction house. I come on this app and I see some of you talking about that forgive and forget bullshit. These are the people who are supposed to forgive and forget, Abby. First of all, you are talking about forgiving a group of people that never asked for forgiveness. To them, they did nothing wrong. That's why they are still doing this. It's 2022. These folks are their ancestors reincarnate. We are dealing with the exact group of people our ancestors dealt with. To them, these are trophies. They look at them with pride and joy in their hearts, reliving the glory of their colonial past. These people lived in a time where they did not have joy. They were forced to endure so much that we cannot even begin to imagine. They did not find peace in this world, thanks to those folks, right? And now in death, they still can't have peace. They're selling their scores off amongst themselves. They were not respected in life, and they were not respected in death. It's so wrong and so disrespectful. Until date, they still make money off of them. Till date. Why do they still have those? Why have those scores not been returned to the country those people are from? I'll tell you why. It's because they love to relish in their history. They are very much proud of the heinous things that their ancestors did. If you know the history of the DRC, you'll know the hell that these people went through in Congo. They were enslaved right there in their homes. They were unalived in the millions. Approximately 15 million of them were unalived, right? They were mutilated. They went through hell in their own home. Of course, this auction did not pull through because of the public outcry, but we know they're going to do it privately nonetheless. These are the kind of people we are dealing with. We are dealing with the exact same group of people our ancestors dealt with.
People do not like me, do not like us because of my color of skin.
Because they had to. No makeup and no filter on this one, kids. The short answer is they had to turn us into animals. They had to convince us, they had to convince the world that we were less than, that we were dirty, uncivilized, inhuman, less than human, to justify them keeping us as property. That's how it had to go in order for them to do what they wanted to do to us. They had to dehumanize us. There was no other way. Now, why did they have to dehumanize us? Money. The colonizers, these royal families that ran the countries of Europe that colonized North America, Africa, Central and South America, there was so much money to be made off of us. And their own people, their own lower class people, first, there weren't enough of them to cultivate the sheer amount of land they had to make the kind of profit they wanted to make. And secondly, they didn't want to do the work. They couldn't find working class farmers, other palm-colored people that were willing to do that work. And no shade to those people. I wouldn't have been willing to do that work either. There's a reason why enslaved people in the Caribbean, where the work was the hardest, I've read the sugar plantations of the Caribbean, why those enslaved people didn't last very long, and why they needed a constant influx, because the conditions in the sugar plantations in the West Indies, the Caribbean, were so hard that they just died at an alarming rate. I don't know any person who'd be willing to work like that for little or no pay. I mean, yeah, they would have been willing to pay the white workers, but not enough to justify that level of danger, that level of backbreaking work, that level of labor. So the short answer, money. The answer is money.
And y'all think that this shit is just all right. And it's not. Because once one state, two states, 3, 10 start to do it, everybody follows suit. There is not enough shit in the world, and there are not enough people out there that are giving a fuck about what the fuck is going on. Slavery is still legal in some states. Jim Crow laws are becoming reinstated in a modern age. And if y'all don't believe me, look the shit up. Okay? All my people of color, realize something. We literally get the shittiest end of the stick. And this should show everybody, white, black, brown, whoever the fuck you are, exactly what the fuck is going on. We live our lives as normal fucking people. We literally have built this entire fucking country off our backs. And this is what we get because the hate is so real. I mean, like, y'all really don't get it. Y'all really just don't fucking understand it until you fucking do. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when we're all gone? Like, for real, what are you gonna do? Because without us, you don't have too much. Huh. Interesting, isn't it?
I gotta get the fuck out of this country. I don't live in Mississippi. I live in Texas. Texas has been looking for a fucking reason to pop power. I don't want to get lynched. I need to get out of this country. Millennials and the generation before us, Gen X, and the generations after us, we need to leave. Because I've been said if any type of any shit come back like slavery, or they're gonna pew pew me. Because I don't know how to keep my fucking mouth shut. I don't fucking care. I need to leave. I got shit to do. This is not what it is. This country, every black person, find a way to get the fuck out of this country. Because they can't treat us right, yet we do. We did everything. If we all leave, they'll realize, oh shit, then is what we needed. Let's treat them right, but don't come back. Because once I leave, I'm not coming back. I'll keep my citizenship, but I ain't coming back. I'm getting the fuck out of this country. And I suggest you do the same. Because I'm just saying, this is just some bullshit. This is some bullshit. I live in Texas. I'm telling you, all the southern states about to get like Mississippi. I ain't for it. I ain't. I don't want to be afraid to walk down the street than I already am. I'm already afraid to leave my fucking house. I don't want to be afraid to actually leave the house. They would burn me inside the fucking house. They just set the whole house on fire. I'm fucking scared. I have a right to be scared. And no, I'm not blowing this out of proportion. Go look up the Jim Crow law. Go watch The Color Purple. Go watch The Color Purple. Just go watch The Color Purple. Sophia went to jail for back-talking a white woman who was wrong. I need to get the fuck out of this country. I am getting the fuck out of this country, and I am not coming back. Don't tell me leave, because I'm leaving. And when I leave, I ain't coming back. And I suggest every other do the fucking same.
So my African American brothers and sisters, please be safe out there. Protect yourselves. I'm not even in America and I'm scared. And no, I'm not scared of them. I'm scared for you guys. I greatly worry about the safety of my brothers and sisters in America. My heart goes out to you guys, and the thought of it escalating more than this, right? Just when you think it can't get worse, it actually can. It actually can get worse. Nothing lasts forever, we know this. So given how the tables are slowly turning, these folks are scared. The tides are changing and they don't like that fact at all. So of course now they intend to start taking drastic measures that they believe is going to correct things. And we historically already know how they get down. So please, please and please, family, be safe out there. Look out for one another. Protect each other. Each be getting realer and realer by the second. It's crazy, man. It's crazy the world we live in.
Nobody in the world, nobody in history has ever gained their freedom by appealing to the moral sense of their oppressor. What is happening down in Mississippi, essentially the reinstating of Jim Crow laws, is proof that this place will always be what it has always been. And they will always be what their forefathers have always been. The belief and hope that any other truth exists has kept us in a loop of begging people to see our humanity and expecting that someday they will act accordingly. They never will. The sooner we digest that, we can then begin to refocus our effort, our energy, and our vision into doing things that will actually bring about our liberation. Because we can never assimilate enough, practice their religions enough, be good enough, dress appropriately enough, speak properly enough. In their eyes, we will never be enough to be human. 3/4 at best.